What up, what up? It's your boy P, Paris Stephan, and you are now tuned in to the show, Chris Gunther Show.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember to like and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. On today's show, we are so honored to have my friend, my brother, one of my best friends. Without any further ado, the Chris Gunther Show welcomes Paris Stephan. What's going on with you, P?
What's going on, my dog? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man.
Man, I'm glad we finally got a chance to just sit down and chop it up, bro.
Absolutely. It's been way too long.
Yeah, we've talked about it a while ago, just like trying to get everything together and seeing, about what we could do.
Absolutely.
And I think we were originally going to do one when your EP had dropped.
Yep, the Level Up EP. That was a little while ago. That was back in, 2021, 2020, something like that? I done lost count.
Well, the reason why 2021 was such a big year, I did do this thing called getting married.
Married, yeah. You was busy. You was very busy that year. Had a lot going on.
Man, had a lot going on, working at a very toxic job with a toxic work environment. Right. I ain't gonna call the names out, but you know who you are. I'm just saying, it's good to see you though, man.
You too, bro. You too. You've been out here doing big things. I'm glad to be a part of at least one episode, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the coolest part though is when, we're friends like this, we've seen each other grow.
Absolutely.
From literally like teenage years to young adult years to good and grown years.
Exactly.
Man, so like without going into all of the details about, stuff that we've been through, we both been through some crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. But from childhood to now, I'm proud of you, dog.
Yeah, I that means a lot coming from you because I'm proud to call you my friend, call you my brother. We like you said, we've been friends since we was running around at Rising Star Baptist Church, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So it's been a long time. I'm thankful that we've been able to stay brothers and stay friends for such a long time. So
same here, man.
It, man.
There's always just been this genuine love and this genuine brotherhood. Like I was just talking to my wife how I got some really dope friends.
You do, and all of us is out here doing big things.
Every last one of us, man.
We all got something to be proud of. So I'm thankful for our friend group, our brotherhood, and people that we've known since we was little. We all seen them grow up, and they're having kids, and
that's crazy.
Life is crazy, man. So yeah, I agree.
Man, we got so many stories, and we probably gonna tell a couple of them, not all of them, but just
how much time we got in this area? We might be here for a little while.
Yeah, we just gonna sit and vibe. So brother got us water just in case. Got my preacher towel with me. So Paris gonna sit back in the chair. We just gonna chill, vibe out. But I'm so happy for you, man, because you getting ready to do the Fusion Fest, correct?
Yes, sir. The Yo West Fusion Fest. It's a collaborative effort between a lot of very creative minds. Tyler. Shout out to my boy Tyler Forrest, Indigo Forrest. He came to us probably about maybe 3 or 4 months ago and just said, hey, I got this idea for a festival I want to put together. It's going to be you. It's going to be a lot of other, talented artists. Derek McDowell was able to lend his talents.
Yes, sir.
And bring in the Youngstown fleet to the Westside Bowl. There's going to be a lot of vendors selling different items, clothing, jewelry, candles, accessories, anything you name, it'll pretty much be there. And, that's just the beginning of the fun because the night is only going to get more and more exciting from there. So, again, I'm just thankful to be a part of it. I want to give a huge shout out to Tyler for coming up with that idea and asking me to be a part of it because I'm very grateful. So thank you.
When he asked you to be a part of it, what was going through your mind?
Well, it was an immediate yes. I didn't even have to think about it. It was an immediate yes. Tyler is one of those people who his entire mindset is just trying to figure out how we can get everyone involved. The most creative mind to even down to the smallest detail, he wants to, put his heart and soul into it. And I appreciate that. Ever since I met him, all he's been talking about is collaboration and how can we get this person involved? How can we get that person involved? So when he asked me, I was more than happy to, make myself available. I was, luckily I'm off work anyway. But but even if there was any obstacles, I would have moved them out of the way to get this show done because not only is it, a showcase of me and my music and my talent, but just to be supportive of my friends it's not just a bunch of random acts. It's all people that I'm close with, all people that I'm friends with,
right,
and support their music as well. So
I saw a clip of you recently, and I want to say I was there that night. There was some kind of something going on at Westside Bowl.
Yep.
And our good friend Phil, but everyone knows him as just Nigel. Always shout out to you, bro. You're doing a great thing.
Of course.
But a clip came out. He was performing, and you're literally rapping his songs word for word. Then you dapped him up, and I'm just like, this is what true brotherhood and collaboration looks like. Do you wish things like that would happen more?
More often, absolutely. I just recently did an interview with Tyler, and he pretty much asked me a similar question, like, what do you think Youngstown needs the most? And my answer is always collaboration. You know, I think that there's so much talent in this area, and there's no reason that we all can't come together and kind of help each other get to what goals we're trying to reach, whether it be singers, producers, rappers, artists, literally painters, people who make clothing, people who make art, people who make everything. And Youngstown is full of all of it. And I don't think we need to compete with each other at all. I think we can all come together and help each other achieve what we're trying to do.
When you work together, you actually can accomplish a whole lot more. But there are some people that have been solo for so long that they're kind of very hesitant to get help. Do you feel that is what maybe you had to go through as an artist?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would think, from me personally, I think I was just kind of doubting myself. You know, I struggle with self-doubt a lot when it comes to, you know, what I'm talented at. People are more willing to speak my praises than I am to speak on my own. And, you know, and that's like you said, just a testament to the type of friends that we have. I'm never one to talk about myself. Like, I've never done an interview like this where people was asking me questions about what I think and what I feel. So this is new, but to answer your question, I think I struggled with self-doubt for so long until, you know, after multiple conversations with you and with Phil and with a team, and
shout out to team,
shout out to Dream, my boy, and Grizzly, you know,
shout out to Grizz.
All of those people inspire me greatly to keep going. You as well, you know what I'm saying? You guys are out here doing so many great things. You can't help but step your game up, you know? And it's kind of a motivating factor to, like, okay, these cats is really out here doing it. I need to be out here doing it as well.
One of the greatest things I'll say about you is, man, you're the kind of person, you love encouraging people.
Yes.
And it doesn't take anything away from you as an artist when you're actually out here pushing people, supporting people. But that all comes back full circle to you. One of my favorite memories, and, you know, we talked about this several times, is I will never forget when we had been playing basketball together. And, man, to see you always want to encourage somebody. And I'm like, but Paris just made no BS. You just made like 5 straight threes. But yet you want to, like, nah, bro, go ahead and shoot it. I'm like, that goes to show you the kind of person that you are, how you could get yours, but you still want to see everybody else eat.
Exactly. I say that in one of my songs, Level Up, probably I would say is my most popular song.
It is.
Coach K, how I call the plays, all my brothers got mad assists, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm always willing to pass the ball, or, you know, pass the ball, make an assist, so to speak, and help somebody else out, because, you know, I'm in that position too where I want people to help me. So I'm always trying to be as helpful and as encouraging as possible. Not to say I'm doing it just so they will help me.
Right.
But I'm doing it, and regardless, you know, that's just the type of person I am. I love to see my brothers eat, and I always want to, you know, do everything I can to make the plate, if you know what I'm saying.
Man, and it's the way that you do it, too, because you do it with a pure heart, genuine intentions, and you just want to see people succeed. That wasn't just something that came out of nowhere, though. Like, that was something that you were taught as a kid. You know, shout out to Mom and Dad Wallace.
Of course.
You know, it's all love this way. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And, bro, you come from such a loving family, people that just want to see everyone succeed. How much does your family mean to you?
Man, my family means absolutely everything to me. Everything I do is to make them proud, you know, and not even from a musical standpoint. I just want them to be able to look at me and say, like, we're proud of you, of the way you are as a person. This music industry stuff, I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's just something I enjoy to do, but it's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? Who I am is someone who cares about people, who cares about my family. I want to make everybody proud. And so the type of talent that's in our family,
yes sir,
I'd be doing them a disservice if I slacked off. You know what I mean? Between my parents and my cousins and everybody else, there's so much musical talent running through our family, and I want to just be someone who's adding to that, you know? So that's all it is.
I'll never forget you did the So Gone challenge.
Yeah.
And we had been friends for a minute up to this point, but I had never heard you sing before. So he does the freestyle on the So Gone challenge, and then he sings at the end, and I'm like, wait a minute, whoa. Hey. I'm like, he sings? And I hit him up like, bro, you sing? He was like, dude, my parents are singer. Right. He's like, my parents sing and everything like that. And I'm just like, I've been your boy since I was like 13. I have never heard you sing before.
Look, like, contrary to what everybody thinks about me, y'all can say whatever y'all want. I'm a very shy person. I'm very shy. Like, people are like, oh, come on, Paris.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I am very, very shy.
If you're shy, that means the Dallas Cowboys are good.
Well, we know that ain't true.
I was waiting for it.
But no, like, people expect me to just be extremely outgoing and extremely, you know, ready to go all the time just because I'm a performer. You know, if they see me on stage, they just expect me to just always be ready. Like, I'm always ready for a performance. I'm always ready to freestyle. I gotta psych myself up for performances like that, because although I enjoy it, that's not naturally who I am as a real person. You know what I mean? So it's a part of me. I'm an entertainer. I do love to entertain people, but I am very shy. So.
No, and all jokes put off to the side, I 100% understand that, because, you know, I'll go ahead and reveal this. At me and Chanel's wedding, you called it out. You said, you guys aren't going to believe this, but there was a point in life when Chris was quiet. And I remember Terrell started cracking up, Kyle started cracking. Like, they both made them faces like, yeah, right. But you told the truth. He was like, no, guys, I'm dead serious. There was a point where he was extremely shy. Yeah. Nobody knew he was even in the room until we started playing basketball and he came out of his shell.
That's when you became a different person. It's like you stepped into a bigger version of yourself, and that's how I feel when I'm on stage, just like you feel on the basketball court. Like, you got your personality is one thing, and then your persona is totally another thing.
Yeah, because people think because you got a mic or because I talk to people that we have to be on 24/7, when the reality of it is you like your peace, you like your quiet time, you like to chill, because at the end of the day, man, we still human.
That's right. And I don't try to be anything I'm not. If I don't feel like rapping, I'm not gonna rap. If I don't feel like singing, I'm not gonna sing. I'm not a trained circus monkey. You know, I can't just go to people's concerts and people's events and be like, "Yo, Paris, rap."
Man,
like, no, I'm not here for that. I'm here to chill.
And that has to be psychologically like damaging too, because people think you're supposed to be on 24/7. The amount of people who I have, and I'm actually grateful for this, because y'all watch my show, which I totally love. But there have been several times where I could be walking in a grocery store or I'm at an event and someone will randomly come up to me and be like, "Yo, Chris, I need you to give me an interview right now." I'm like, in the grocery store though? Right.
This is not the time and place for that.
Or like I'm, like coming to go check out an event, like something going on at Westside Bowl, or me going to go check out a local basketball game or something. Yep. And all of a sudden everyone thinks that I got to have a mic with me 24/7.
24/7.
So
but you just there to
I
chill.
Get it though.
Like, I get it. Totally.
And one of the things that I was just so happy to see you do was come out of your shell, and you dropped your EP, which I loved. Before we hit on that though, I gotta bring up this. I'll never forget this night we had Westside. No, it wasn't Westside Bowl. It was a pubcade downtown.
Okay, at O'Donnell's.
And shout out to our brother Malik. It's all love this way, dog. Malik, definitely will. I remember though, this one night you had contacted me about shooting like a quick video.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, got you. Yeah. We go in your car, shoot the video. That song was not put on the EP, but to me that was my favorite song you ever did, because of the stuff you had to really overcome to do that, Mo. You was dealing with a very bad situation. You were literally on your last. But to see a beautiful song come out of that, that's why to me it's one of my all-time favorites, because I know what you had to go through to produce that.
That's the truth. That was the Love or Leave challenge from Money Montage, a big name, famous producer. Shout out to Money Montage. That song, Chris helped me record it. I think it was recorded on your phone. That's one of my most, I would say probably one of my most vulnerable songs. I'm definitely just being open about my feelings and what I felt at the time. It was, talking about a breakup with a previous relationship. And so I was able to just be vulnerable and speak from my heart. I didn't end up winning the challenge, but that almost wasn't important anymore. You know what I mean? It was much more important to me to speak from the heart and just be honest about what I was feeling at that time. So thank you. I'm very appreciative that you recorded that for me. That is one of my favorite songs too. And I do appreciate the fact that you enjoyed it. I like that,
man. It's my all-time favorite, just because what you had to go through to make it. But then Level Up comes out, and every song on that EP is a hit. From it's the Sonic Soul Kid, Be the Best you hit, and that's all y'all gonna get out of me, because it's not my song. I don't want to mess it up. But bruh, to see you go word for word, hit for hit, and it continues to get better. What is the process like what was the process like rather to even create that EP?
Well, that had been a long time coming. My brother, my best friend Darian, Johnny Exodus.
Shout out to him. Yes, sir.
He's the one who produced that song, Level Up. He didn't produce every song on that whole EP, but he produced Level Up. He's my number one source of encouragement. Like, on days when I feel like, all right, what I just wrote is whack, he's always there to be like, yo, you should tweak this and do that, or maybe you should try to go in this direction. So that song, that one specific song, I wrote it in his bedroom. I was at his crib one day. We was just chilling. He was playing music on his laptop, and I just started writing. And then eventually it grew into a whole song. He helped me write some of the lines in that song. I didn't write that completely by myself. But from there, it was just, okay, I can really do this.
Right.
So I recorded another song and then just let it sit where it was at. Then I recorded another song. Then I recorded another song. And then eventually I had enough to put together like a small project. So that's my only official release is Level Up. It's available on Spotify and Apple Music. But ever since then, I've been blessed to be featured on Johnny Exodus's albums, on Darian's albums. So every time he drops a new project, he allows me to feature on it. Those albums are extremely popular. So if people want to hear more of my music, you can check out Johnny Exodus on Spotify and Apple Music. I'm on his last two albums. I think he's getting ready to put out a third album that I'm also going to be featured on. So if you guys want to hear more music from me, definitely go check him out. He's worked with a lot of bigger name artists as well. He's continually growing as well. I'm super proud of him. From where he started, his music has improved. The relationships he's made with other artists has greatly improved as well. So I'm thankful to call him my brother as well. Shout out to Johnny X.
There's this thing about Youngstown that is amazing, and that is the talent. There's a lot of talent. There is a lot of people who are great at what they do, but a lot of them, in a sense, lack the drive and lack the motivation to always keep going. Where do you find your drive to keep going?
My drive comes from the people around me. I've realized about myself as I grow older. I'm one of those people. I'm not extremely motivated or extremely driven to accomplish goals that have to do with me. But if I think about, okay, if I succeed at this goal, I'll be able to do something for my parents. Or if I succeed at this goal, I'll be able to do something for my brothers or my friends or whatever. That's what motivates me. That's why I'm so thankful for people like you and Darian and Nigel and Grizz, and it's a bunch of other people I can name. Y'all keep me motivated, seriously, because like I said, I don't ever talk about myself. I don't ever think about myself. I'm more focused on what can I do to accomplish something so that I can do something for somebody else. And so the encouragement I get from having conversations with you and with Darian and, you know, those other people that I just named, that's what really motivates me, and that's what keeps me going. I'm always looking for ways to do something for somebody else. So that's where I get my drive from, for sure.
True story. And I'm going to go ahead and share this. I know he didn't see this coming. I remember when you, me, Kev, and Kia were doing pool talks. And that was one of the best times. And that was actually right around the time when I started doing the Chris Gunther show. Mm-hmm. But I had an idea of trying to do something else. And you guys were like, come on, let's do it. You need friends like that that's going to rock with you. You need friends like that that's going to keep you encouraged and take time out of doing whatever it is that they doing to see that, you know, you have something and we want to support you. But there's another thing you did during that time period. And anybody that, you know, knows Paris knows this dude will give you the shirt off his back. That's just how he is. I was going through a little bit of stuff financially, and we all decided to go out to eat. Make a long story short, the brother paid for my food, okay? That was one of the cool, and I was like, dude, I wasn't expecting that, but that just goes to show you the kind of heart that you have, though, bro. So as much as you say that we encourage you, you encourage us just because of how dope of a man you are, too, though.
Hey, I appreciate that. That's, you know, I do remember that event. That was a good time because we was in the booth singing "My Shiny Teeth" by Chip Scott.
That was one of the coolest. I still got that video now. I love it.
We was in there jamming. The waitresses were like, "Are you guys okay? Do you guys?"
We was like, "Yeah, we're good."
Singing Nickelodeon songs. You know, we was just having fun. But no, that's, you know, like I said, this is a brotherhood. We've been friends since we was little kids. I would do that for anybody in my circle.
Absolutely.
So to me, that was nothing. I mean, it was important to me to make sure that you knew that you was taken care of. But at the end of the day, I would do that for anybody around me. So that was nothing. But I appreciate it.
But I never forgot that, and I always knew that I was gonna pay it forward to you some kind of way. Like the time when, you know, obviously me and my wife are about to get married. And we had the wedding rehearsal and everything like that, but it fell on your birthday.
Right.
And I remember telling her, I'm like, there is no way that it can be Paris's birthday and we don't do something for him.
Yeah.
So we all made sure to let you know how much we love you and how much we appreciate you. And we had to hook you up in the best way that we possibly could.
I appreciated that because I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day, and she asked me, because my birthday is coming up. My birthday is actually in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir.
Which is, you know, coming towards his wedding anniversary just a few days after.
Yeah. Good times, too.
So, somebody asked me, do I like surprises? And I was like, as an adult, I've only been surprised 2 times. One of them was at the Poké, and one of them was by you and Chanel at that event. So, as an adult, I've only been surprised on my birthday 2 times, and that was one of them. And I'll never forget that. I didn't expect that at all. I had to leave work. I was at work.
Sure did.
On my birthday. I showed up with my work polo on.
Sure did.
And I was like, look, I got to be there for Chris. You know, I'll worry about my birthday next year. You know, this is Chris's day. So I dropped everything. I left work early. I drove over to his crib, and this guy had a cake waiting for me. I was like, what? Like,
had to, man. It was only right.
Like, I didn't expect that at all, man. So I appreciate that. Like I said, everything I do, I feel like I'm trying to do for other people. So for somebody to do something for me, I really appreciated that. That was dope.
It was only right, though, man. And to see all of the greatness and to see the things that you continue to do. You had mentioned collaboration, and you had mentioned it's nice to have everyone come together. But who are some more artists in the city that you would like to collaborate with?
Oh, okay. As often as I talk to Grizz, I've never made any music with him. And it's my fault, Grizz. If you watching this, I greatly apologize. It is not your fault. It is 100% my fault. I get sidetracked, and then work gets in the way, and then this thing comes up, and that thing comes up, and next thing you know, I'm not even focused on music no more. It happens so often. So I'm a huge fan of Grizzly. That is my friend. That's someone I consider a brother of mine, but I am a fan of his music. I definitely would love to work with him. I still haven't made any music with Ron Johnny yet. Another person I'm a huge fan of, someone who's also known me since I was a little kid.
One of the most solid dudes you'll ever meet.
That's right. And Pat, you know, his brother, Ron's brother.
Another solid brother.
I love this cat like my brother. Like, Pat is in my heart as well. But I would love to work with Ron Johnny. I'm a huge fan of his. In terms of people who I'm a fan of that I haven't worked with yet, I really got to sit and think, because there's so many people that I cross paths with. I just actually started having a conversation with making music with Tayshawn and Christopher from New Society.
Yes, sir. Good friends of both of them. Yes, sir.
Absolutely incredibly talented people. Tayshawn's voice, it sounds like he one of those people. He sounds like he's singing on a recording when he's singing in real life, live.
Absolutely.
His voice sounds like a studio recording. His voice is amazing.
I'll throw in this like little trivia fact before you keep going. He has a brother who sounds just as good, if not better.
Really?
Dude, his name is J1.
Okay.
Not exaggerating. And back in high school, we were freshmen, and we playing basketball, everything like that. I had played up, but a lot of times our teammates that had girlfriends would get mad because that dude would be singing when he hit that. I am not exaggerating. When that brother hit them runs and them high notes, women went crazy.
It's amazing.
He gets it honest, bro.
Hey, yeah, that sounds like him, because his voice is amazing. And actually, a couple of weeks ago, I say 2 weeks ago, we had a studio session. Well, not a studio session, really, it was a jam session at Tayshawn's house. And it was me, Tayshawn, Christopher, Vosh was there. Shout out to Vosh. Just a bunch of talented artists. Tom Swerve was there. We were all just, Ivy Joy was there. Shout out to all of y'all. We was all just sitting around, just playing beats and kind of brainstorming ideas like, oh, you should say this or you should sing that. And it ended up coming to create an amazing song. It hasn't been recorded yet, hasn't been put out anywhere yet. But just from a jam session of us just sitting and speaking with other musicians for 4 or 5 hours, that's one of the coolest songs I've ever come up with. And I can't wait for y'all to hear it. It's nowhere near finished, but I think that's the beginning of something great. I think we're going to continue to do that more and more often. And you might hear some collabs with me and New Society pretty soon. But I definitely want to work with them officially. Like I said, Ron, Johnny, and Grizzly are also people I'm huge fans of and haven't made music with yet.
Coming to the end now, because we do know you got a lot of stuff that you're currently still doing.
That's right.
What do you want the city to take away from the Fusion Fest?
Really, my ultimate goal for the end of this festival is that, we're here too. We're here too. I think Youngstown gets a bad rap for just the type of community it is, but that's not necessarily who we are as a group of people. It's just a product of our environment. So I would say that, a lot of the rap music that I hear from this area is like them trying to sound like other people, trying to be somebody else. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to not rap about that lifestyle, the drugs and the guns and things like that. And if you live that, I'm not judging you at all. Like I said, that's a product of the environment we come from. But you can have a positive impact on the community talking about other things. You can talk about your lifestyle. You can talk about your goals for the future and how to motivate other people. I feel like that's the kind of music I make. Like I said, I'm not looking down on anybody in any way, shape, or form. I want to shine a light on the talent here outside of the music I typically hear when it comes to that subject. So my goal is for people in Youngstown to wake up and say, man, this giant group of people that maybe we're not so familiar with, they're talented too. We're here too. So that's what I really want to be the final result of this event.
Outside of doing music, you also are a part of a family business as well.
That's right.
Why don't you go ahead and share with us a little bit about that?
Yes. So Yogo Bike Share, family owned and operated micro mobility business in Youngstown, Ohio. My older brother Ronell is the president, CEO. My father is the co-founder. Myself, my brother, we're also a part of the company. We all got a little piece that we like to contribute. But Yogo Bike Share basically is a micro mobility business. Eventually, we're going to have bikes available to rent downtown to visit some of the tourist attractions, visit some of the restaurants, visit some of the shops. And you can, it's a subscription based service. So You download an app, you put your credit card information in, you rent a bike for a set period of time. You drive it wherever you need to go, and then you bring it back to the bike, the dock, to dock the bike, and then somebody else will come along and do the same thing. We have 30 bikes available that will be available to rent when we officially launch. And it's something that we have received a lot of positive impact on. We were a part of the Youngstown Business Incubator Shark Tank last year.
Which y'all won.
We won. We won the fan vote, and we received a grant from the Youngstown Business Incubator. So huge thank you to them. And we've received a lot of positive feedback from members of the community, including, the mayor, the local news station. A lot of local businesses all love to see what we're doing. So I'm thankful to be a part of it. And hopefully you guys will be able to experience that really soon.
Before we get out of here, can you give us some more info about the Fusion Fest coming up?
Yes, sir. So the Yo West Fusion Fest will be going down this Saturday, July 15th at Westside Bowl. There will be live vendors there selling, like I said, clothing, jewelry, candles, accessories, whatever you name it, it will be available. And then from 7 to midnight, there's going to be a ton of live musical acts inside the Westside Bowl. There's going to be Nigel, there's going to be Grizzly, there's going to be Curly, there's going to be Crypto Divine, Black Wolf and the Thief, New Society is going to be there, Uptown Buddha is going to be there, the Smoky Honey Blues Band is going to be there, and I'm going to be there as well. Like I said, very thankful to be a part of that. Huge shout out to Nate and Jamie from Westside Bowl. We love y'all and appreciate y'all for having us. And it's going to be a huge event. We hope to see you there. We've been planning it for a long time, so it's going to be really dope.
How can people support your music?
You can support my music by listening to my music on Spotify and Apple Music. My name is Paris Stephan. You can find me on both of those platforms. You can find me on YouTube, SoundCloud. Like I said, check out Johnny Exodus albums as well. I'm featured on his projects. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paris Stephan 330. And you can find all my music on those platforms as well.
Nothing else needs to be asked, ladies and gentlemen. Paris Stephan on the Chris Gunther Show. Check him out July 15th at the Fusion Fest. Well, that's all the time I got today for y'all. But God bless, and I'll catch y'all next time.
Y'all be cool, but not too cool. Peace.